Hello everyone, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. This is episode 2. So, the last time we left off, we were about to launch this rocket. Now, here's the thing, the delta V is 3700, so it should be... Maybe we can do a moon flyby, but I'm not quite sure about that. Let's do one simulation for that one first. So, the crew is going to be... Let's switch out Jeb for Valentina for now. Let's give her a bit of experience as well. So, let's launch. And we are on the launch pad. So, as I was explaining in the last episode, we are going to use asparagus staging. We are going to engage all these engines at the same time. But these fuel lines will make sure that we empty this one first, and then we empty this one, and we are going to drop them in series according to their emptiness. So engage SAS, so we are going to fly straight. And let's see if we can make it to the at least one moon flyby. So let's let's make sure that we are actually throttled up and launch. That is a lot of power. As you can see, these engines, these fuel tanks are getting emptied differently. And we flipped over. Okay, this is suboptimal, so we go back to the VAB, and I think I will switch out, let's see. I think I will switch out these two engines to this gimbaling one. So these two engines are going to be the non-gimbaled one, and these three are going to be the gimbaled one, so they can allow us to steer the rocket a bit better, because these fins were not enough, and we can get rid of them might as well. So let's save the rocket again, and let's see if this is good enough. Any second now. There we go. So SAS engaged, throttle up, and launch. Now this should be more efficient. So we are using these two first. We are going to... Yes. As you can see, there's a small green outline on the engines as I'm hovering over. So we are going to flip. That is not good. Okay, let's put back those fins. Let's zoom in. This is why we have simulations. So let's put 4 fins on the rocket. Anything, this also doesn't help, having this decoupler. Should I have it or just... Because I think this is the main reason for our flipping. I can just hold on to that mission for a bit longer, until we can start using bigger rockets. So let's just use the TD12, and we can just use normal fuel tanks. So let's go with this. It's a bit less delta V. Maybe. Let's see. Let's just go for this fuel tank. 3600. Sure. Let's go with this. So save. And let's go for launch. Okay, so now this rocket is much more aerodynamic. Let's hope this one does the trick. Let's start pitching to the east right now. Yeah, this feels much more stable. We can start. There we go. Don't stray too far from the prograde vector. And we need to be a bit more aggressive with our gravity turn, because we are going too shallow, too steep right now. We need to be more shallow. Keep it up. There we go. We are about to reach. That's it. Let's cut the engines now. We are already about 80 kilometers above the surface with our apoapsis, so we are too fast with our ascent, but that's fine. We can still circularize quite easily, and I think it is quite possible that we can do a Mon flyby, because we are still using all these fuel and we still have the actual space engine. So let's coast until we reach apoapsis, and then we can circularize. Okay, we are out of the atmosphere, and we are... Let's do it right now. So let's circularize. Let's grab a picture. There we go. That's our last two boosters. Now we have the main booster, and it's still full thanks to our asparagus staging. We are going to make it to orbit quite easily. Oh yeah, we are about to reach orbit, and that will give Valentina the experience she needs. And done, almost. Let's go a little bit up. And now we are officially in orbit, because everything is above 70 kilometers. Now here's the trick to reach the Mon while we don't have the necessary, what do you call it? The different navigational tools. Basically, as soon as it goes above the horizon right here, we can start blasting. So let's fast forward until we have the moonrise, and then we can start burning prograde. Let's slow down at this point. Make sure we don't miss it. Where is it? Any second now. As soon as it appears, we are going to turn prograde, and still not up. Is it? Let me check on the map. Yeah, it's just about, just over the KSC. So we should see it right now. There we go. Let's turn prograde. There we go. And we engage. Now here we need to keep an eye on the trajectory of our craft, and as soon as we get pretty close to the moon's orbit, then we cut out the engines. There we go, we are still using the booster, and it's off. Now we throttle down, we ditch this stage. There we go, we are still facing prograde, and now we just slowly coast up to the moon's orbit. Let's say here. Okay, at this point we are ready to do a moon flyby. I think this is going to put us into an orbit that is much higher, but we have all the fuel we need to go back home, so that's fine. And with this, I think Valentina will be much more experienced than Jeb. So let's go to the moon. This is our craft, Icarus 4. And as we go up, we are getting close to the moon as well, because the moon is also going on in its orbit. So we are getting close, and we are inside the moon's sphere of influence. Let's get a bit closer, because this is the trajectory. We are going to miss it by quite a bit. Let's see, this is, no, not the other one. I always mix up normal and anti-normal nodes, so if we do this, we are going to get a bit closer approach to the moon. Sorry, the man, I know. So we can do better than this. Let's go with this. There we go, this is a pretty close approach. Let's make sure we don't actually hit anything. Yes, we are well above the surface, so that's fine. And also, we can get the same... also, we have an eclipse happening right now. Pretty nice. Also, we can see the faint glow of the Aurora Borealis and the Australis as well. That is nice. So, we can get some extra science, because now we are above the moon. So we can get space science from high above the moon, and then once we get closer, we can get science when we are closer to the moon. What was this saying? High above, okay. We can also get a crew report and an EVA report. EVA report. Now this one gives us a lot of science. Let's grab these data, collect, put everything inside, and get back in. And as soon as we reach lower orbit, we will start doing that EVA report that I did around Kerbal with Jeb. So let's keep an eye on this one by spamming the science. So we are still high above the moon surface, and we are in Kerbal shadow. This is lunar eclipse, or moonar eclipse in this case. Luna is Earth's moon. This is the Mun, so let's call it moonar. We are still high above the surface. Now let's see. Still high. Let's go here. Space near, that's it. So let's help you guys out by giving a bit of ambient lighting. Let's go for 50%. Except because of the shadow, we cannot really see even with ambient lighting, but we can see the nose cone, but that's not going to help us too much. But at least because of these lines, we can at least tell where the different experiments are. So we can keep this one, observe the mystery goo, keep it, do a crew report. Now we need to use EVA to grab it, take, and then store. Go back inside, make another crew report, that's it, and now we can come outside and do the EVA reports. So we are above the Midlands, we keep it and store it. So now we just do the thing we did around Kerbin. So we are in the Midlands, we have that one. Let's increase the time compression. Easter crater, keep it and store it. East crater still. We just keep spamming until we get something new. For now we have the East crater and the Midlands. It's a bit of a shame that we have an eclipse right now, because this would be a really nice thumbnail. So we have the Highlands, Midlands we have, Midlands. Maybe we get lucky and get lowlands, maybe. I know this doesn't look too nice because of the eclipse, but what can we do? I try to increase the ambient lighting, but that doesn't help in this case, because the shadow is higher priority than ambient lighting, it seems. So we have 3 biomes for the EVA reports. And there we go, lowlands. Come on, where is it? There it is, store. Midlands. And we are back high above the moon. That is fine. So we keep everything, and at this point we can get back inside the capsule. Yes, we have the high above crew report, EVA report twice. So we should get out of the Kerbin shadow in a second. And we can engage the physics time warp at this point. There we go. Now we are lit. So I think 50% ambient lighting is a bit much. Let's go, where is it? It is. Let's go for 10%. Yeah, I think this is a tiny bit more realistic. So, also, there is no shadow in the map mode. That's fine. So, anyway, let's try to get back home. So this will fling us into a pretty high orbit because of the gravity boost. But, yeah, we can go all the way up here and then reduce our periapsis. So let's make sure we go up and don't overshoot. Also, we have a second moon called Minmas. Technically, this is a much easier target than the Mon for a first landing. I think we might go here first before we go to the moon. So, wait. Technically, we are in the sun's sphere of influence. Let's see. Let's slow down. EVA, take data, store. Yes, high over the sun. Perfect. This gives us extra science. So log. Let's see. Take store. Let's get back inside. Crew report. High above the sun. Pressure data. Let's see. Yes, take this one and this. No, this one. Yes. We cannot use the mystery glue because they are already spent, and Valentina is a pilot, so she cannot reset the more complicated science experiments. So when we, let's say, before we reach this one, we were about to go back. So let's see if we go back. No, but we are pretty stable around Kerbin. So let's just set, let's see. Why can't I control? Because we are out of charge, that's fine. Okay, we are in a trouble. Let's see, can I fall back? No, we are pretty stable. Maybe in L1 or L2. Oh, great. I think we managed to hit one of the Lagrange points. Oh, great. And we are out of electrical charge, so we cannot engage the reaction wheels. What we can do is EVA, let go, engage our jetpack, and just give this one a small nudge. So as soon as we point towards Kerbin, we are going to engage the engine. We can do it right now. Yeah. There we go. Let's go with this one. Do we get back? Yes. Ooh, that was close. Okay, at this point I want to make sure that we are actually landing back on the planet. So can I... Again, we need to use that nudging technique I did a second ago, because we are still out of electrical charge, because this engine doesn't actually create any electricity for us. So engage the jetpack. This time I want to there we go. I want to point away from Kerbin because I want to burn the retrograde. There we go. Okay, I think we are perfect. There we go. Now keep an eye on our periapsis. There we go, there we go, there we go. Hey, that's a bit much. We only really need about 30 kilometers, because if we are going this steep from this height, it's going to be too much. So let's go for... We can just slowly burn and go for 30 kilometer periapsis, which is now. Okay. Let's save, make sure that we don't mess up from here. So at this point we can just coast back to the atmosphere. We are so high up that... There we go. As you can see, we are coming in from the polar orbit. Okay. At this point we can decouple, which I cannot do because... Okay, I also messed up. We had the Science Junior and we didn't use it at all. Let's take material study from high orbit, that's fine. Better than nothing. I should have used it around the sun to get the maximum, but this will do. And let's manually... Oh? Can I manually... Yes. Manually decoupled. And at this point we can close the doors. And we can just let the aerodynamics take care of the orientation. Here's the Aurora Borealis. Also thanks to the visual mods. And if everything goes right, we should orient ourselves. No, there we go. We lost a lot of lost the experiments, but that's fine because we managed to store them in the capsule. Now we just need to not burn up. Come on, you can do it. There we go. I think it's decreasing. Yes, we survived. Okay, we lost the material study, but that's fine. That's just 30 science. And we still have the parachute, which is the most important part. Whew. That was pretty harrowing. Okay, now we just need to land back safely. I think we had some experiments on one of the pressure and one of the temperature gauges. So we lost those as well. We were too top heavy because of the Science Junior on the bottom. That's why we didn't actually manage to keep ourselves in the correct orientation. That's why everything burned up. Oh well. What most important is that she's still alive and we have the 11 science data stored here. So we not exactly a perfect success, but I still consider this a success. So we have touchdown. Recover the vessel. And let's see what we get. This should give her a lot of experience because she even managed to make it out of the Kerbal sphere of influence. Wow. We have 302 science. Very nice. Wow. Wow, look at that money. Very nice. And yes, she is now level 2. She is more experienced than Jeb. Cool. Cool. So, if I fail this one, I just lose some money and some reputation. I'll just keep it. It's fine. We can also upgrade the mission control. At this point we have all the money we need. That's it. And also, let's see, yes, we can upgrade the tracking station, and that will actually give us kind of an orbital prediction for our map mode. And let's see, we need to upgrade it one more time to get the maneuvering tools, but I think I can do without those for now. For this, we are fine. The astronaut complex we don't really need to upgrade right now. Admin building, no. Yeah, I think we are okay for our building upgrades right now. Let's spend the science. So let's just make sure we get these 45, 45, 45, and we can unlock one of these. I think I will go Yeah, I will go for the engines. Or, let's see, the fairings would be nice. That will increase our aerodynamics quite a bit. Let's see. What else? We don't really need aerospace right now. These would be nice, but not essential. This one is nice because this one increases our crew capacity. This one looks like the winner right now. Okay, so either the advanced flight controls or the heavy rocketry. To land on the moon, we actually need quite a bit of power. But at the same time, preferably we should be bringing more than one Kerbal for that mission. I will go with this one first. And I think I will go for a min-mass mission. Yeah, let's go for min-mass right now. Any missions? This one just asks us for science from around Kerbin. We can do that. VIP. No. They are asking us to get this VIP from around the sun, but I don't want to go out there just yet. Yes, we want to orbit the moon. Definitely. We can do that. We are not ready to land on the moon just yet. We can test the skipper engine on the launch site. We can get science from around the moon. And I think I will do these for now. So let's design the next vehicle. I think at first I will just do the test from the launch pad, and for that we want to use the XO1. So let's see, which one was it? It was the skipper engine, which is this one. Anything else? No. So let's just quickly test it and come back. Okay, there we go. Run test. Mission complete and recover. Okay, we have extra funds. So let's go for a min-mass mission. And for that I want to iterate. Don't save. I want to load the Icarus 4. Let's see. Now we know that this one can get us to the moon, but let's see. Wait, should I go for the min-mass mission or just get science from orbit around the moon? You know what? I changed my mind. I don't want to go to min-mass just yet. I want to explore the moon, which is basically an orbital mission, and we can add these structural struts on this rocket so it is a bit more stable. Okay, let's do them 2 at a time. There you go. Let's make sure this is pointing correctly. There we go. So we have the asparagus staging. Now we know that we should be a bit more aggressive with our gravity turn, and we can add these so-called stability enhancers, but they are basically just launch pylons. I like to do them one by one, so they look a bit more quote-unquote realistic. There we go. They are asymmetrical and they look pretty nice. So, since we are already fairly confident that this can get us where we want to go, we can just go. But before that, is the new capsule considerably bigger than the old one? Looks about... maybe it's a little bit bigger. Let me see. Yeah, it's bigger. Maybe next time, when we are landing. For now, let's make sure that we don't actually lose power this time. So let's add one battery, because I want to make sure that when we are landing, I can keep pointing towards retrograde, so we don't lose this science experiment. So let's call this Icarus 5. Slightly different. Yeah, let's just go with this one. So let's go for launch. Now this time doesn't matter which pilot we are using, both of them are already leveled up, and at this point we already really need one maneuvering. So Jebediah, you are going to the moon. So throttle up and launch. Okay. That wasn't nice. Let's make sure we don't actually bump into these as we launch. So let's just place them around the outside boosters. There we go. Not as visually interesting, but more safe. Okay, now this time it should be much safer to launch. So let's do just that. Yeah. There we go. And we can start pitching to the east right now. And we just engage prograde and let the rocket take care of it by itself. We just need to ditch the boosters as they run out. There we go. Now we only have the gimbaling engines, so we should be stable at this point. Okay, I really need to start going into more aggressive gravity turn, because we are already above the atmosphere with our apoapsis. Okay, let's stop at 100 now. Almost 100, that's fine. So, since we upgraded the tracking station, we have more information. Let's warp just before the apoapsis. You know what? Let's just do it manually. So we have the apoapsis 98.8, so let's go for 98. And we are still going. We can point prograde. And let's go now. Let's circularize. let's go for a nice screenshot. And we can ditch these boosters. Now I think we can stop going prograde, just point straight ahead. Because we are past apoapsis. Now we are falling down, but we only really need to get this one above 70 and then we are fine. And we are about to do it right now. There we go, we are in orbit. So, let's see, can I, yes, I can set this as a target. And, where is it? Oh, it's behind us already. So, if I point the camera at it and fast forward, we should be more able to tell when we are about to. There we go, and right now, there we go, perfect. So now we need to point prograde. And we engage. Now this time with the upgraded tracking station, we should be able to tell when we are high enough for a orbital insertion. And if we do it like this, we are going to save fuel. Because, how do I explain this? The Hobart effect. Basically, the further away from your target, the less fuel you need to use for orbital corrections. So, let's keep going. And now we should, yeah, there we go. We are getting close to an approach. And we are there. Now if we zoom, if we focus on this view, then we will see our predicted orbit. So, preferably we want to go there, maybe. If you right click on these nodes, then they will display the values for permanently. Let's see if we do this, maybe. No. Let's go this way, maybe. Let's just do the correction right. Come on. Here. We can warp to this point and try to achieve a equatorial orbit around the moon. So we are out of time warp. So let's see. Let's try this node. No. Let's try maybe between these two. Now that is more promising. It doesn't matter if we actually go below the surface. We can compensate it for later. We just want to make sure that this line is more equatorial, which it is almost getting there. And there we go. I'm pretty happy with this one. Now we just need to, let's go this, no wait, the other one. I think this is normal or anti-normal. I think this is anti-normal. So, no. Again, the other one. So, let's go with this node. Yes. Basically, all you need to do is play around with these nodes until you reach the kind of orbit you want. So let's go for a stop. Now we can use the prograde, which is here. Yes. No, let's go retrograde. For now, because Jeb leveled up, he can set the prograde and the retrograde automatically for himself. As they level up, they open more nodes. So 37, that's a bit much. Let's go for 17, that's fine. So, because we made these course corrections far away from the MUN, then we only needed to use a tiny amount of fuel. We needed to do this manually because we don't have access to the maneuvering nodes just yet. So at this point we can disable the SAS, so we don't actually waste any power, because I think the mistake I made the last time is that I had the SAS on all the time. That chews through our electrical charge quite fast. So at this point we can just click on this and warp here. There we go. And we are in the moon sphere of influence. Now, thanks to the fact that we had an eclipse last time, we are not in danger of another one. So let's see. We already have the goo from high in orbit, but we can use it again just to maximize. This one is fine. This one is fine. The crew report should be, yeah, it's already done. And the EVA report should be done as well, just to make sure. Yes. Reset also. So just so we don't actually lose any of our data again. So these two. Oh, we only use the goo. That's fine. So that we can collect this one. We can take the. Oh, we don't have the crew report, so we can just go back inside. Now we want to circularize because we have the mission to actually get into orbit. For that, we can simply warp to our periapsis just before the periapsis. Warp here. There we go. We can engage the SAS, tell Jeb to point to retrograde, and all we need to do is slow down a little bit until we are in orbit. That's it. We don't need to get circular, just make sure that we are in orbit, which we are. So this construct is complete. Then we need, let's see, transmit or recover from around the moon. So for that, we just need to get some science from around the moon. So I think we already have the low orbit. No, that's the one that we lost. So let's make sure we recover them this time. We can also observe the goo, sorry. Yes, and to maximize our science intake, finally we can do the science junior. 75 science, nice. Also, because we have the electrical charge, now we can make sure that when we re-enter Kerbal, we can actually keep pointing. So we keep this one just in case. Let's make sure that we collect everything and store them inside the capsule. Take, store, and let's see if we can catch any more biomes. So let's keep doing the EVA reports. We should still have some of the smaller craters. I think I missed the lowlands. Let's see. Slow down. We are going to... we are going to fly above this one. But I think we are going to be too high at that point. You know what? Let's just get back inside. We have all the fuel we need, so we can make this a little bit more circular. So we don't actually go above. Okay. Only go until this point. Make sure we don't actually crash into the man. So we point prograde. Make sure our periapsis is above the surface. Let's go for 10 kilometers, that's fine. Are we high above? Yes, we are. So we can warp here, point retrograde, and bring down our apoapsis until we are continually in a low orbit. There we go, we are warping and we are there. So we just bring it down to like this. Let's make it 20 kilometers, that's fine. This one is 10, so we are in no danger of bumping into anything. What we can do now is maybe burn a bit. No. The other way first. Let's make sure we don't... I need to burn on the purple nodes. So we are fine. Periapsis, apoapsis, that's fine. So let's try burning on these purple nodes. I don't remember the name of them. So no, let's burn the other one. I want to hit this canyon. Where is it? Where did it go? Oh, sorry. I accidentally hit the mode switching. So this one brings us up. We need to burn on this one. So this should bring us above, let's see, a little more. I think this will bring us above this canyon. We are still in orbit. We are not going to hit anything at any point. So this is definitely something we need to check out. So let's warp to this one. We might be a bit high. Let's see. At the start of the game, it's all about maximizing science. So I think this is the eastern crater, and we already have that one, just to make sure. No, we don't. This is the east far side crater. We didn't have that one yet, so that's great. You go back inside. Also, we can close this one. And we use the goose. Yes, we did. Next, let's check out the canyon. So for that, let's warp here. Oh, I overshot because I accidentally hit the time warp button. And I think we are now not quite over the canyon because of this second orbit. Let's see. Highlands we already have. I think we missed the canyons. Yep, but that doesn't matter because we can do it again. So let's warp here. Oh, you can do this faster. Don't use physics warp, just use normal warp. There we go. We can stop now. And let's see. We need to bring this up a little bit. So for this, we need to use this one, I think. This purple node. Yes. I will remember the name in a second, hopefully. And that will do. Now we just need to go here. So I believe the blue nodes are the normal and anti-normal. And the purple ones are the... Oh, I think the ascending and the descending nodes. So, stop. We need to burn little more. No, the other one. Now we need to burn towards ascending node to bring this one right over the canyons. And I think I'm using too much fuel, so after this we are going home. So let's do an EVA. And let's see if this is a bit, this should be a different biome. Yes, East Farside crater we already have. So that's fine. Reset. That's it, the Mons Canyons. That is exactly what I want. Store. And at this point I want to go home. So let's board. And to leave the Mon, we should be burning around here. So let's warp there. After that we can engage prograde and leave. There we go. SAS, prograde. And after Jeb orients himself, we can go home. This will put us in a bit of a retrograde orbit. And if we keep burning, it will put us into a nice clean return trajectory. And we are running low on fuel, so let's make sure we actually get home. There we go. This will get us home. So we have electric charge to make sure that we are able to use gimbal, the reaction wheel. So at this point we are going home. Let's make sure we quick save. Also, let's disengage the SAS. At this point we can ditch the last stage. So let's go home. There we go. Now we are back in Kerbal sphere of influence. I don't remember what's the button to refocus on the capsule, but that's fine. So let's warp until this point. So there we go. We are in the atmosphere engage SAS and make sure we are pointing retrograde, because that was the problem last time, that we just barely survived. Okay. This one should be a much smoother re-entry. Oh yeah. The only heating warning we have is on the actual heat shield, which is just fine. We are losing a blader, but we are also slowing down, so we are okay. Let's see what it looks like from the inside. We are looking at the surface, perfect. Jeb has a nice view. Okay, we are keep slowing down. And as soon as it's safe, we are going to engage the parachute and slowly get back home. There we go. At this point, we can disengage the SAS. Okay. We can engage time warp. Okay, for some reason the parachute engaged itself. I think I accidentally pressed space for some at some point. Doesn't matter. We just need to land safely. There we go. And we are 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, and we are home. Bop. There we go. Let's see, where are we? We are on the highlands. Let's keep this experiment. We can also get a little bit of extra science by doing this. We can also, let's see, let's turn this upright so Jeb can actually exit. There we go. Get an EVA report. And let's keep it. Let's just take back everything all together and recover the vessel. So let's see how much science we got. Thanks to all the missions and everything, which it should be pretty big sum. Oh yeah, 247.5. Let's see, we are back over 700,000 thanks to the missions we completed. And Jeb is still not level 2, but that's fine. I think Valentina got to level 2 because she actually managed to make it to the Sun orbit. That's fine. Let's spend the science. At this point we can unlock 3 more. So we will definitely go for the heavy rocketry. This one would be nice for this vacuum engine. Let's see what else. Yeah, we definitely need the fairings. And we can do one more. So I think we should be going for this one because we need power for the lander to make sure that we don't actually run out. So this one definitely. And what we missed out on is some extra separators and adapters. This docking port would be nice, because I think at this time we should be getting the rescue missions. It would be nice to get these portable science thingies. Maybe next time. Now we don't really need this one because we have the smaller landing legs, so that is okay. As I said before, we are not really concerned about aircraft parts right now. From this one, we already really need this one and the separators. But I think we can do it without them. So, before I leave, I think I will just check the missions, maybe design the lander, and then I will... Oh wait, we can do this too. We have landed and splashed down. Let's see, we have a rescue from around the Mon. If we rescue these Kerbals, then they are going to join our space agency. Let's see, launch site, and the next real big mission should be this one, which is the docking two vessels around Kerbal. Wait. No, we don't need to actually dock them. We just need to get them close enough to each other. And for that, tell you what. I will do these missions real quick, because we can do this one and the rescue mission. Oh no, wait. This should be around Kerbal. Let's see, after these missions, maybe we can get a rescue mission from around Kerbal. So, for this one, we need the experimental craft. Also, let's get rid of these and save it like this. So, let's see. Test heat shield, the small one, which is this one. When we are splashed down, so it should be done in the water. Then we have the big one when we are landed, so we can do this on the launch pad. Then we can test the swivel engine, which is this one, while we are on the launch site. Yes, then a TD12. Yes. And the TD25 when we are in orbit. So what we need to do is maybe add just a tiny amount of fuel. So no, that's a big one. This is it. So we can do this. So we are going to start with this one as a test. Then we launch into the water. You can also run the test by right-clicking. Yes, I think this will do. We can also do this one. And then this one when we are splashed down. Yeah, I think we can do this. Okay, make sure that we are actually able to survive. So let's add 2 of these parachutes. And this should be okay. After we load in, we are going to open the contract display. Go over one by one. There we go. So we start by doing this separator, which is done. Then we run the test for this engine. Yes. Then we do the big heat shield when we are landed. That's it. Then we... all we need to do is splash down in the water. So engage the SAS. Make sure we are pointing towards the sea. We don't need to use all this fuel. Just make sure that we are over the water. That will be fine. Okay, we can engage the parachutes. Disengage the SAS. Slowly drop into the water. These parachutes engage a bit higher up, so this will take a little bit. Also, we have a thunderstorm in the distance. And after we splash down, we can test the last heat shield, and this test mission is over. So, there we go. Splash. Test the heat shield. And we are ready to go home. So at this point I will design the lander in the next episode. So after the after action report we are going to leave it at that. So we have 78 science. We are over 800,000 in funding. We have lots of reputation. So thank you for watching. If you like the video, you can leave a like, leave a comment, maybe subscribe if you want. And until next time, I will see you later. Bye bye.